You gotta eat in this Pokemon world. I choose you, the greatest podcast of them all. I choose you.
Hello, and welcome to I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. My name is Jeremy Zielik, and I'm the host, and Dalton Brown of the group. Joining me this week, as always, is...
your friend on this show, Ben Montoya.
Ian Davis, the Tomoyuki Tanaka of the show.
Oh, interesting. I wonder where this is going. Well, we've been cracking... Also, Evan's not here because he had to get dinner with his family.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That came in hot.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Everyone's
got obligations.
Everybody's sending pictures of the beer he's drinking.
Wow.
A lot of air quotes happening.
Yeah.
Quote. You said it was good.
I feel like Jeremy's one of those people where you can hear the air quotes when he does them. You know, like...
My ears in radio that gets that
Thick
across.
in the air.
So, but we cracked some cold ones. What is the cold
Yep.
one you have cracked tonight?
I'm drinking the best beer in the world, some say.
What? Impossible. Why, you can't possibly get the best beer in the world here in New Mexico.
That's what you'd think, Jeremy.
Whoa.
But the Second Street Brewing Company's Brown Ale is, in fact, an award-winning beer since 2020. It's won multiple awards all around the world, including this year in 2025 when it won the World Beer Cup, which I feel like for branding purposes, it would have. They probably wanted to have like Beer World Cup, because that kind of makes it sound like it's a bigger deal.
Yeah.
World Beer Cup, just it kind of sounds like a souvenir that you might see.
Yeah, it's like a cup that you buy that's shaped like the world.
And that's a bummer because, like, you never say, like, man, I could really go for a cup of beer. Like, of all the vessels.
You say mug,
all the
glass, keg, stein,
Boot,
Boot.
not a cup. Not a cup to be found. But
So
it did
I've
win the 2025 Gold Award for American Style Brown Ale. So I guess it's not the best every style beer in the world, but it is this year's #1 gold medal beer of the brown ale category. So it's, and I have to say, pretty good.
Yeah. I can't tell you if it's the best beer in the world, but I've had this beer. I bought this beer to Ben's house. It's pretty good. It's like one of those things where I was like at, Second Street or at the liquor store, and I was like, well, what beers can I bring? And I was like, I don't know if Ben has had this one before, so brought it over. Thumbs up. Check it out.
For the listener at home, understand that Jeremy made Ben. Ben had never had a beer before Jeremy introduced.
That's definitely not true.
I was a sober Sally
Yeah.
for all my years until Jeremy Zielik brought this devil's juice into my household.
Yeah.
Now I can't stop drinking beer. This is the 8th best beer in the world I've had since I woke up today.
Okay, so you've had 7 better beers than it today, is what you're saying, or it's the 8th best beer in the world that you've had today.
Whoa, okay, that's kind of crazy. That's a crazy question. I think, in general, the best beer in the world is very relative, not only to each individual person, but like where they are in time. You know what I mean?
The context of which you are drinking it.
Exactly. We are all coconuts in this situation.
Yeah, sort of the coconut.
So, but that being said, when you have the best beer in the world and it's the first time you're ever drinking it, it's like, you're like, man, that's the best. I need to always drink the best, never anything less. So,
A lot of,
that's how I ended up here.
A lot of people would say the best beer is the one you have in your hand.
Yeah. It's the one you're having with friends.
Whoa.
How about that? That's the beer commercial moment of the episode.
It's the one where you say like "was up" or whatever.
Friends were the beers we had along the way.
Yeah. Or beers were the friends we had along the way.
I meant what I said.
Do you have a beverage tonight, Ian?
I'm abstaining.
Abstaining.
Fuck from any beverage. I have this Topo Chico blueberry with hibiscus extract tonight.
I've been staring at the label from the side, and it to me it looked like it was like a Red Bull, but with a like a Lay's logo on it.
Chip flavored Red Bull, Pringles Red Bull.
Yeah.
No, they do
It
it.
kind of does look like a Red Bull can because it's.
I mean,
also
it's
narrow.
the tall narrow can, which I guess
Yeah.
Red Bulls come in. Though those are in bigger cans than this. This is only 12 ounces. I think those are 16 ounces. But yeah, pretty good. Not my favorite of the flavored Topo Chicos though. Gotta say, think the tangerine one is probably my favorite, and then I'll go the lime mint, and then I would put this one third. Good. But, like, it's a 7 out of 10, where the other one's like an 8 out of 10. The other one's like a 9 out of 10. So, you heard it here first, Topo Chico. Don't fucking go all in on blueberry, because we'll fucking get you.
Add that to your, like
Hit list.
in-game, like journal entry for all of the Topo Chico brands that we ever,
Yes.
or flavors that we ever discussed on this show.
Yes.
Blueberry hibiscus, 7.
7 out of 10. Good, not great. I'll say. I think these are only 3 like full flavored non-alcoholic seltzers that Topo Chico makes. Like there's the regular Topo Chico you can get, and then there's the like hard Topo Chico you can get, which has different flavors. But these are the only kind of non-flavored or the flavored non-alcoholic Topo Chicos. So I think they need to keep pushing the boundaries, keep finding that new flavor profile that's gonna really rip us a new one, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be so fucking hot, But speaking of unique flavor profiles, I think we took a little trip yesterday to, one might call it Flavorland, a kingdom of flavor, perhaps, as we went to the Santa Fe Renaissance Fair. The Santa Fe Renaissance Fair. I think my accent kind of sunk that one a little bit. And
Yeah.
we had a wide variety of drinks and snacks while we were attending. For the listeners at home, we walked in. There's people wearing their like Link outfits. Lots of characters from Over the Garden Wall were there. Lots of Wirts and Gregs.
There was some super impressive costumes. Like
Yes.
there was a goat-legged, stilt-walking Mr. Tumnus looking type person that was like, yeah, incredible.
There's a couple of full furry outfits kind of situation. That's a tough break because, it wasn't like terribly hot, but if it's 72 degrees outside and you're in a full furry outfit, you're probably pretty hot.
There was a full family of rats. Remember
Yes.
those guys?
There are lots of rats. I think rats are like a bit new hotness at the Ren Fair because you could be like, oh, we're giving you the plague, as the like vibe that's from.
Yeah. It was quite the scene, quite the fair, if you will.
Yes.
And it was great to see everyone having a silly fun time. And one of the best elements of it was the casks of soda that they had available
Yes.
near the front, and all of them came in like bottles that looked like potions and
Yes.
came with a cork, and then you could have them refilled along the way, and they had
Yes.
crazy flavors.
Yes. Now, the first cask of soda I had was the blueberry or blackberry cream soda, which I thought was very good. Ben also partook in this soda. Very good. Like, I love a good cream soda.
I was surprised by the cream.
Yes.
There was like more cream than I was initially thinking as far as a flavor goes.
Yes.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is that I think we're just so used to, the soda, the big sodas, the sodas you get at the store, your Cokes, your Pepsis, those brands. And the sodas, they are all very like, kind of don't have that cream flavor, that richness, that fullness from a homemade soda that you get. So that's why I think the casks of soda here at the Ren Fair were so delightful, at least to me. The vibe. Blackberry cream, very good. Step up from that. I would say it's very good. That was like an 8 out of 10 soda experience. 9 out of 10 soda experience. Next one up was the white peach soda, which I thought was really good. It tasted like peach, it was like a peach soda. And that's not like a normal soda flavor that you usually get. So it was like a fun, unique experience that I really appreciated. And then the top it off was the butterbeer soda. And it was like, it was kind of, I wouldn't call it like smoky per se, but it has that kind of like burnt toffee caramel taste in it. And it was like in a cool, refreshing soda. And I was like, damn, they fucking did it. They made one of the best sodas I've had in recent memory.
And probably unlicensed. So,
Yes.
Fuck that bitch. Take that money.
Butter space beer soda.
Right. Butter_beer.
Yes.
Did she
But-
invent that?
Did she invent it?
Is that like Harry Potter?
Yes.
Like through and through, like
Yes.
no one had ever come up with.
Oh, I don't know about anyone ever coming up with like the idea and maybe those combination of words ever, but it is like a pretty iconic thing throughout the series. And like at the theme park, it's like a thing where they have like the butterbeer stand and whatever.
Yeah.
So it's pretty widely associated, I would say, with the Harry Potter franchise.
Yes.
But I don't think anything pertaining to this Ren Fair had a any sort of like officially licensed like whatever merch or items that you could buy, sodas,
Yes.
flavors. So yeah, I think it was, but that is part of the like Wizarding World theme park.
Interesting.
In different places.
It'd be fun if they had a plague Dr. Pepper.
Plague Dr. Pepper. That's
I was
good.
so surprised by how many Plague Doctor masks
I mean,
were
people
out and
love
about.
fucking plague doctors. They're cool. You can be like a bird.
Even
And-
like kids, like
Yeah.
7 years old. I'm like, do you even know what this is? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Ben, are you like when you on Halloween, you're like, and you see a kid dressed up as a ghost, and you're like, that person died to be a ghost.
Well, but okay, so 7-year-olds can understand the concept of a ghost. Can they understand the concept of a plague doctor and a mask that looks like a fucking like stork?
They lived through COVID.
Yeah, there
They
you
know
go.
what a plague is.
Boom.
I guess it's just funny to me that like you could see like little kids just running around with masks on like that.
mean, they
'cause
probably-
it's not even really the Renaissance either.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's like
I-
pre-Renaissance. It's like the Middle Ages in this one.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, if we're seeing like an increase in like rat families,
We
probably
need
an
plague
increase-
doctors to combat the rat families.
Right.
oh shit.
That'd be funny
So-
if we saw them
okay.
like fight.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like, I guess you could include it into the cinematic universe of the Ren Fair by having them like oppose each other, and that's their conflict. And it's like the classic character, Plague Doctor versus Rat Family.
I could see it being like it's like you could play like freeze tag, but it's like the only person who can unfreeze the people are the plague doctors.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be good. Hey, fucking Ren Fair, call us up. Let us do that.
So, okay, so here's the thing too that needs to be addressed. Jeremy, the gracious and thoughtful friend and person who invites people to do stuff. Sorry. Invited us to go to the Ren Fair. The day comes and myself, Asia, and Ian have all dressed up, chosen characters, monikers, aliases.
Cosplaying.
We were role playing. We were doing it all. We had catchphrases. We had special effects. We had magic. All of it. Jeremy, for the fourth member of our party, shows up in. How would you describe it?
A regular shirt.
A regular shirt, ladies and gentlemen. I rest my case.
But, Ben, do you now also have to... Can I bring in some evidence? Someone complimented my shirt.
Someone complimented
Yeah, but
your
they
shirt.
worked in the gift shop. They weren't like at the fair. Like they
Are
were
you
just
telling
like,
me
oh
the
hey.
people who put on the Ren Fair aren't with the fair?
I'm saying the person getting paid like minimum wage to work the unrelated gift shop of the location. They were like, oh sweet, another normal person. Hey.
Okay, so again, you're telling me they work for the people that put on the Ren Fair. They're
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
they're not with them.
If I worked at McDonald's, I wouldn't say I align myself with McDonald's values. No, I just fucking collect the check, raise my kid.
I think they're fully supportive of the Ren Fair. I'm just that's my perspective on this.
Counterpoint to your evidence is when we were walking in, one of the knights that I assume was actually paid to be like an actor interactable person at the Ren Fair, as he was welcoming us in, said, "Hey there, cowboy. that's a character.
Yeah.
Instantly, the connection was
Character
made that
sees
Ian
character.
Yes.
was the cowboy in
Yes.
this situation.
Games.
No other cowboy to be seen in this area. That's the person we're talking to. No one was like, "Hey, Roadrunner head," like
Right.
my favorite Renaissance character, Roadrunner shirt guy. Come over here. I'd like to
Get a picture with you.
tell me a joke, and I'll let you cross this bridge.
Yeah.
You know, like
I did tell a joke to cross a bridge.
That's true. And unfortunately, he couldn't roast you for your out of characterness. But I just have to air this out for all to hear, because it's crazy to be like, hey, all my friends, let's go to the Ren Fair, and then your
Just raw
fair
dogged it.
is not.
I
Ren
did raw
enough.
dog. I did raw dog the fair. Now I will say probably more people were dressed up at the Ren Fair than weren't, like out of the attendance kind of situation. Even if it was just like they're wearing like they have a plastic shield or a foam sword or something like that kind of vibe. But I was not the only person that just had a linen shirt that they were wearing and walking around, and it was very comfortable. So I'll say that. Big ups on that front.
You were not the only person, but you stuck out like a sore fucking thumb.
People were
man.
like throwing rocks at me.
Anyone who wasn't in universe knew who you were. Audience member, that's who you were.
Yeah, I'm just here. Now, I'm not aligned with the Ren Fair, as Ian would say.
Yeah, there were a lot of moments where like people tried to fight Jeremy, and we had to be like, no, he's cool. Like I promise. Like,
You can't do that, man. Hey, dude.
Who are you aligned with?
Yes.
Where does your allegiance lie?
What guild are you a part of?
exactly.
Unfortunately, no one said, like, what are you buying when I went up to a stand or something like that, which is unfortunate, but...
I will say most of the vendors were not like in character, which I think is appropriate. Like it's a little bit harder to have that serious interaction of like, so how much is this trinket?
Well,
When
there
they're
was-
It's going to
the-
cost you 250 doubloons, which is equals $30.
Well, there was the crochet wizard.
Yeah.
Crochet wasn't in character though. That guy was a cool normal person who was just
was
like,
a
I
guy.
make my
You-
crochet.
Well, was he a normal person who made crochet, or was he a normal wizard who made crochet?
Okay, well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. But
Any
I
other
will say...
reflections from the Renaissance Fair? I don't
Well,
know.
we're not done talking about our food items, I think, kind of
true.
situation.
Okay.
One, most importantly, so last year I went to the Ren Fair in Colorado, and I wanted a giant turkey leg, and I was denied my giant turkey leg by the person in front of me at the food stand. They bought the last one, and then the person at the food stand slammed down the window. I was like, there ain't no more turkey legs. Get it. And I was like, how can I live in this hell kind of situation? It was raining too. This was last year, though. This year, it wasn't raining. We had to wait a decent amount of time in line for the turkey leg, about 25 minutes kind of situation. But it wasn't terrible. It wasn't 45 minutes like it was at the other place. So, And I actually got a turkey leg. I went up to them. I was like, one turkey leg, please. And the person was like, oh, right away, sir. And they're like, ding, ding, ding. And then, like, a leg came out the window. And it was wrapped in foil. And I unwrapped it. And it's got this nice, like, delicious skin that's, like, kind of, like, got this barbecue flavoring on the outside. And just this succulent thigh meat in the center kind of situation. It was falling off the fucking bone, nice and juicy, just like dribblings of fat everywhere.
It wasn't ham.
It was not ham. It was a turkey leg. It was not ham glued to a stick.
I did see Jeremy leave a little bit of meat on the bone.
Yeah, because I was pretty full at that point.
Yeah.
I didn't like crack it in half and suck the marrow out kind of situation. Which I could have done it if I was like really in character.
If you were down bad.
If I was down bad, oh man, this turkey leg's got me down bad. I'm crashing out over this turkey leg.
So this is really interesting to hear you say it this way, the story that is.
Yeah.
Because I think it explains a lot actually as far as your behaviors since this moment that you can describe being denied your turkey leg by one person removed. And I don't know if you can see where I'm going with this.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
But I think it was this initial trauma wound that created the conditions for you to cheat and lie and steal your way to getting a Switch 2 before anyone else could.
No,
Yeah.
now was I the first? So Ian, you weren't there. Michael was there. Michael and Mark were there. But I was not the first person in line.
No, but Jeremy, how would you have felt if the person who got the last turkey leg then proceeded to hand it to someone who just like waltzed up there like, "Oh man, just got here. Oh sweet,
Well-
a turkey leg, thanks."
Well,
Thanks,
if
man.
it was a random person, that would be a little strange, and I would probably be like, "Oh, what's this all about?"
No,
But
it's
if it was
clear
like,
that they were friends.
if they were friends, and then I saw an exchange of money for the turkey leg, and it was like, "Oh, sweet turkey leg," and they gave him $20. I'd
Did
been
you
like,
do that for the Switch? Did you give Mark money?
No, I used my own money.
That's what I thought.
Mark
Check.
didn't. It's better though
And
that Mark didn't pay money for the Switch 2, though, right? Like that. All he did was from 2:30 to 3. He stood in front of the GameStop. That's all he did.
And just like the person at the Renaissance Fair stood in line from 12:30 to 3, bought the last turkey leg right before you could.
Yeah.
Ben just snapped you in half and sucked the marrow out. You are cooked
Well,
like a turkey.
I'm gonna let
my
you guys
friend.
on a little secret. What if perhaps Ben was like, I don't really want food right now. I want to get another beer. And they're like, Jeremy, see you later. And they left me in line by myself for about 15 minutes, right? Kind of situation. And then they came back with drinks. And then they stood in line and waited in line. And then when we got to the front, Ben purchased a food item after saying they didn't really want any earlier.
It was a little fucked up. I will admit, like, I was like looking back at the guy behind us and thinking like, man, we fucked you, dude. We fucking in front of all these people, we just fucked you in this line. Like, that's why I didn't get anything. I was like, this is not ethical.
Not ethical. Whoa.
Yeah, Ben, how does it feel now?
I had the moral high ground for lunch yesterday.
And how good it tastes? Did it taste as good as my fucking turkey leg?
It was so sweet. I got a cavity.
Flows like gravity.
I will say that like my decision on whether or not to purchase food at that place did kind of depend on the decision on Jeremy's behalf to leave the line and go get a drink, because I felt like I should just keep line for Jeremy while drink is being gotten. There, you mean, after all, I have my own drink.
Yes.
It seemed only fair, and we're at the fair, so
Whoa.
yeah, exactly. But I will admit that it is kind of a dick move, especially not knowing the consequences of my actions. Like, maybe there was a person, maybe not right behind me, but
Yeah.
2 people or 3 people, nay, right behind me. People that I respected, people that I admired, maybe, for their costuming abilities.
Was it the furry?
Who could have been denied a smoked sausage with tater tots for $12. And that would have been really sad. I guess it kind of really is dependent on, the free market, right? Because if that were to happen, then that person could hypothetically go wait in line in another place and get a similar commodity good for maybe even a better price, and therefore have wasted more of their time to get a better deal. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying there's more possibilities. There's more of a gray area here in this situation from an ethics point of view.
Yeah.
Versus I will hire my friend to wait in line for 40 minutes for the Switch 2, much anticipated, not many of them in America.
Now, I will
And-
say, I did not hire my friend. I asked politely.
I think I am gonna roll it back a little bit and defend Ben and say that the turkey leg is the Switch 2 of the Ren Faire.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Right? Like, Ben was in line for a fucking Xbox controller.
Just happened to be a GameStop that day. and
Yeah.
got caught
You're
up
like,
in
what's
the-
this big line for?
Damn
Well,
it, I just-
honestly,
I
hey,
just want my controller.
honestly, I would not have stood in that line if there wasn't turkey leg and you needed turkey leg.
I needed a turkey leg.
That you did. That
The
was all
way you were
talked about
talking,
all
man,
day.
you needed that turkey leg.
You were down bad.
Well, as Ben said, I had trauma Like,
Yes,
you know,
turkey-
and this
turkey
just
trauma.
resolved my trauma. Like, I binged the turkey leg, and a big, like, Dark Souls boss defeated sign came up above my head and said trauma resolved.
Yeah.
That's how therapy works.
you think
Anyway,
If Oedipus
last...
had a turkey leg.
yes?
If Oedipus had a turkey leg, do you think?
What?
If Oedipus had a turkey leg,
Oh, okay. You said it so quick, I was like, you're like...
he
if I
probably
had a
wouldn't have
turkey
killed
leg.
his dad and married
Yeah.
his mom, I guess is what you're saying.
See, I think Oedipus' big problem is he knew it was going to happen. He was like, oh, but I have to stop that from happening and thus causing it to happen kind of situation. So if instead of going to the Oracle, or Oedipus' father going to the Oracle and learning about the future, the Oracle was like, would you like a turkey leg? He would be like, oh shit, yeah, that sounds good. And then he
Or
wouldn't
like-
have to worry about anything.
Or maybe he like knew it was gonna happen, and he's like, you know what? Out of my control. I'm gonna go get a turkey leg.
Yeah. My son's going to kill me. Might as well enjoy a nice turkey leg before then.
It's kind of giving like Matrix choice. It's like you can take the red pill and see everything for what it is, or turkey leg.
Now, if it was the
And
red...
Jeremy, I don't know which one you'd pick.
If it was the red pill or a turkey leg, that would be kind of a difficult decision, you know, kind of situation.
That'd be aw-
I mean, you know, there's that scene in The Matrix where that one guy is eating like a big juicy steak, and he's like, you know, I might as well just stay in the Matrix. That'd be me, but I've got like 3 turkey legs in my mouth at the same time. It's like a joke from The Simpsons where Homer has like 50 cigarettes in his mouth, but it's me and I have like 4 turkey legs sticking out of my mouth. A whole
Damn.
turkey.
What's the show about?
That's a good
We haven't even got to the one last thing. How was
One
your
last thing.
How was your mead at the Ren Faire?
Oh, it was delectable.
Yeah, the mead was really good.
It's refreshing and sweet and old timey. It made me feel like my, doublet and amulet and stockings were all in their perfect place. I was transported.
Wow. Just one sip. You got Ratatouille back to the Middle Ages. Just one sip.
I was reborn
Whoa!
as a medieval scribe.
Medieval?
Yeah, and I
Wow.
almost bought a silly hat. It didn't happen though.
No. We'll get you a silly hat next time. Okay, Ben?
But Ian and Asia bought knives,
Knives
and
out.
they were out, and it was scary. But I felt
Whoa.
protected too.
Was it scary? How scared were you when you saw Asia buy her knife?
I was scared. I said, "Uh-oh."
Uh-oh. Ooh woo. Ian, you asked an important question. What is this show about? This is I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. Each week, we randomly select a new Pokemon to cook and eat. We then bring recipes to the table and share the recipes with one another to determine who has the best. This week, I think on theme, rarely does this happen, our Pokemon is Baxcalibur, the dragon type from Gen 9, and it's got, kind of a Excalibur, King Arthur theming going on with it. So that's the Pokemon. Who won last week? Was it Ben? Was it Ian? I think it was Ben.
I did.
Ben, what's your recipe this week?
Well, I was looking at Baxcalibur. I was reflecting on our Renaissance experience.
Is that a Renaissance?
Renaissance Fair experience, I should say. Not Renaissance.
Yeah, we weren't alive in the 15th century. Don't worry about it.
Is this an Assassin's Creed?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That would have been cool. Why wasn't there more Assassin's Creeds there?
Ooh, that's actually a really great idea
if it
for a
was
Ren Fair
10
costume, because you could be anything.
Yeah.
Like,
if it was 10 years ago, there would have been like 8 more Assassin's Creeds there.
that's fair. I guess it's not like the biggest video game franchise as much as it used to be. But
Yeah.
anyway, the Ren Fair experience, turkey legs, as we've been discussing. That's the word of the episode.
Yes. Turkey legs.
At said turkey leg establishment was a barbecue place. I ended up getting a smoked sausage, but one of the things that you could get were some ribs.
Ribs. Yeah.
And I think we could have a Pokemon barbecue truck that is themed around Baxcalibur that sells Baxcalibur baby back ribs. Or baby Baxcalibur ribs, I should
Baby
say.
Baxcalibur. Give me those baby Baxcalibur ribs. I'm trying to work it.
Yeah.
The amount of syllables is a little tricky.
So that's what I'm doing. Is we're gonna be making some ribs out of from Baxcalibur, and the other element of this though that I was exploring right before we started recording is the fact that Baxcalibur is ice type, icy, coated.
Yes.
So I started to think, like, is there a relationship between the rib and ice? Maybe.
Is there a relationship between the rib and ice? Not what I would think of normally. Maybe if you got a big like
No,
ice
not at
cave.
all.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like, could you ever freeze dry a rib?
I mean, I'm sure you could. Would it make it good?
That's the thing that I'm not entirely sure about. But I think it would be very efficient, and I think it could even be period appropriate in the sense of you could make some ribs and then, freeze dry it as a way of preserving it for some inevitable dystopian apocalypse future where we have to resort to the old ways, which is the spirit of the Renaissance.
Yeah.
So anyway, I started Googling this. I stumbled upon this really interesting post, like a forum post on this barbecue website of someone in May of 2020 trying to work out the possibilities of freeze-dried barbecue. And along the lines being that I had no idea how dependent I was on food sources that might be, out of stock of baby Baxcalibur ribs. And now that I know how tenuous the food supply chain is in our society, I am interested in pursuing how you could freeze dry barbecue. So anyway, it's basically, I'll read you just a little bit of what that is for this person. So let me say this: barbecue and freeze drying go together in so many good ways. In particular, the quote pulled type meats. It works really well for a few reasons. It's very easy to cook a lot of meat at once using this method, which I think also works well for Baxcalibur because there's a lot to that back as far as ribs go.
This baby's got Baxcalibur.
Yeah. A lot of the moisture is already removed from the meat, which makes the drying process much, much faster, especially if you freeze the meat before using a freeze dryer. Shredded, chopped, pulled meat has a lot of surface area, which also aids in the drying process. And 4, reconstitution is dead simple. Add warm or hot water to rehydrate. It's smoked and rubbed, so even without sauce, you have an excellent starter. So this is all making me think that you could do a freeze-dried baby Baxcalibur ribs for the sake of mass producing and selling at a fair of some sort, maybe. And you could use not only the meat of the Pokemon, but you could use like a Baxcalibur themed like freeze dryer that you can use for your barbecue afterwards. So and that's kind of like a cross between like a sous vide and like a freeze dryer dual purpose kind of machine. So you make you smoke the ribs, you put it through the Baxcalibur machine, fresh ribs come in, freeze dried ribs come out, and then they're ready to reconstitute once you have clientele. And then clientele plus product equals
Big
profit.
money.
Big money. Okay.
So I've used the phrase reconstitute a lot while talking about this. So is it like just like a rib that's like frozen and then you add some water and then it becomes juicy again?
Let me repeat from this very expert analysis of this specified topic. Reconstitution is dead simple. Add warm or hot water to rehydrate. It's smoked and rubbed, so even without sauce, you have an excellent starter.
Okay, so you still have to cook it after that point.
Well, no, you reconstitute it, and
Okay.
then you could spice it up with a sauce or
Okay.
a bevy of sauces, and maybe you throw in some sides, mac and cheese, creamed corn, baked
potato.
beans. You know, you could serve up a little combo plate for the folk that are rolling through.
The folk.
And you know, it's easy to store. It's mass produced, so it's cheap, and it's unique. People are looking for unique experiences.
Interesting. Can
And
you make it
tastes
so like
damn good?
Can you make the rib look like a sword and then you pull it out of like a mashed potato stone?
Ooh. I don't think that its ribs are shaped like swords,
Oh,
and I
that's
don't want to go
unfortunate.
out on a limb.
You don't want to raise someone's wrath about like, well, actually, its ribs are sword shaped.
I just don't believe in that kind of
Magic.
serendipity that this sword-based Pokemon would have sword-based ribs and bones. You know, I don't believe in a god like that,
Oh shit!
but you can.
Intelligent design.
So anyway, that's my recipe: freeze-dried baby Baxcalibur ribs.
Excellent. Ian, what's your recipe right now?
We are making a French dip.
French
I
dip?
had
Oh.
for dinner last night, and it was
Oh.
wonderful.
French dip.
I didn't make it. I had someone else make it for me.
At a restaurant?
Get this. Sometimes I get paid money and food to perform.
Nice.
To perform music professionally.
Yeah, interesting.
So
I've never heard that one before.
French dip with a kaiju sauce.
Yes.
Yes.
That's great.
Kaiju
That's
sauce.
great.
Oh, fuck yeah, baby. That's why for the listeners at home, Ian was just pestering me about Godzilla before the show, and now I understand why.
It's all coming together.
It is all fucking coming together.
This recipe for my French dip sandwich, I need you to know, comes from allrecipes.com and has 4,048 reviews.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Or, excuse me, 4,048 stars, 2,800 reviews.
Okay.
Okay.
So 4,000 ratings, basically what you're saying.
Yeah, 4.6 stars. It's pretty good.
Sure.
4 pounds of Baxcalibur rump roast.
Oh, fuck yeah, baby. This guy's got a rump for days.
1 can or bottle of beer, not a cup. 1 can. Well, they want to use. No, never mind. Sorry. 1 can of condensed French onion soup, beef broth, 9 French bread rolls.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Butter.
9? Did you just say 9? Oh, because you're making multiple sandwiches. I thought you were making like one really long sandwich for some reason.
Yeah.
And it looks like him.
But you know what? The picture with the ingredients, I'm only seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 rolls.
Oh.
So
Someone had a little snack.
yeah. Step 1, gather all ingredients. Step 2, trim excess fat from rump and place in a slow cooker. Pour in the beer, onion soup, and beef broth. Cover and cook on low setting for 7 hours.
Ooh.
Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Split the French bread rolls, and you bake them in the oven for 10 minutes. Remove the rump. Thinly slice it on the diagonal. Put sliced beef onto heated rolls. Now,
The phrasing of that is very funny.
for the sauce, you're going to take 4 tablespoons of what you had left over in the crock pot there.
Uh-huh.
It calls for beef drippings, but you know.
Sure.
4 tablespoons of red wine, some low sodium beef broth, Worcestershire sauce,
Uh-huh.
salt, freshly cracked black pepper. Mix that shit up. Dip the sandwich. Eat the sandwich.
What am I dipping it into?
This time it's a cup.
But what's in the cup?
Kaiju sauce.
There you go. And when you dip it, does it make like Godzilla roars?
Maybe like a Godzilla moan.
Oh, no. That's
Exactly
Godzilla's
like
moan.
that. Exactly like that.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I love a French dip sandwich. I guess my question the whole time lingering was kind of like, what makes this a kaiju versus a au jus?
Yeah, is this sauce really
Sauce.
big?
I don't really know what the kaiju flavor profile is, so I don't even know what the right answer is.
Well, this Pokemon is kaiju,
Yeah, that's it.
and that's funny.
Okay.
I mean, Ian, you're right about that. And look, I don't want to roast you guys, but sometimes people are like, you're like, Jeremy, did you just think of a funny name and not put any other more work into it? And I want to say, that's what I want from everybody. I want everyone to think of a funny name first.
Maybe it's like when you bite into it, it makes you wonder, man, what if Godzilla like went to Europe?
I mean, he has been to Europe.
Oh shit! What does he do?
He like smashes stuff, and
Did
then,
he ever smash the Eiffel Tower?
No, but in the last Godzilla movie, Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, Godzilla sleeps in the Roman Colosseum like a cat.
Whoa.
Interesting. Godzilla in Italy.
Yeah.
Hey,
What do you want him to do
who
in
touched
Italy?
my spaghetti?
Yeah, but do you want him to say that?
Godzilla.
Godzilla. There's a Godzilla in there.
Mozzarella.
I don't think we're really. There's nothing really Godzilla related in what we're saying at the moment.
But that's definitely like the reaction, I think. from-
Yeah.
He like goes to the Leaning Tower of Pisa and pushes it up straight.
Yeah. Makes it straight.
Man, that's some like Reptar shit.
Yeah.
That's that would be like if Godzilla had like a Sunday cartoon in the 1970s. Like he would go
Which
to the
he
Leaning
did.
Tower of Pisa and push it open, push it over. He would have a little like gondola hat too and a mustache.
Yeah. I mean, every week Godzilla would like go to a different country and try to smash up like a famous landmark, and then like Godzilla's like kid friend or whatever, maybe his son Manila, would be like, "No, Godzilla, don't smash up the Eiffel Tower. People love the Eiffel Tower."
Oh, that's interesting. It's
Yeah.
like let me teach you about
Yes.
Earth's cultures.
Yeah,
and
and you're telling
historical significance.
Yeah, and you're teaching why Godzilla shouldn't smash up like the Grand Canyon or something.
Does Godzilla ever take on Wall Street?
Ever a take on Wall Street?
No, not directly. Sometimes metaphorically, where there'll be like a big banker who's like, I can control Godzilla, but then he can't.
Whoa.
Some
The
some
free
of the
market economy.
some of the Mecha Godzilla movies have like the person who builds a Mecha Godzilla is like kind of an evil businessman kind of situation.
Okay.
But sometimes he's an alien. It really goes back and forth. Well, in one movie, there's two Mecha Godzillas, and one's an alien, and one is made by like a corporation.
Whoa.
There's a lot going on.
Sounds like it. Sounds like Godzilla is a deep tapestry.
I mean, let me tell you guys, Godzilla is a deep lore. And the G fans know a lot about like each Zilla and like how it interacts with the other one. I mean, there's basically different cinematic universes of Godzilla because you got Godzilla, and then Mothra shows up. You got King Ghidorah. You got Hebra. You got Manila. Like all these people always got to show up in a Godzilla movie. Rhydon is there. Not Rhydon.
That's a Pokemon.
That's a Pokemon. It's late. What do you want from me? But
When are we ever gonna see? This is probably the closest we've gotten to a Godzilla Pokemon crossover, though, right?
Yes. So that's my Godzilla opinions, and I think when you can call it kaiju like nuclear sauce kind of situation, that's a little more too hot sauce. I think kaiju sauce is good, so we can keep it that. We can keep the nuclear sauce as the hot sauce option, though.
The nuclear option.
The nuclear option. Beep beep beep. All right. So, inspired by our trip to the Renaissance Fair yesterday, I was thinking about, we've got kind of a fun medieval-themed Pokemon. How can we incorporate it like this? And this week, we're going to make a Baxcalibur bento box with our Baxcalibur. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a kind of a little fun setup that we're going. So imagine you're a very creative individual and you're making bento boxes, perhaps for your child or fantasy-loving relative. And you make sure you put a not a clear lid over it. You want to keep it opaque because you want to get this to be a surprise. And what you do is that you're like, ooh, lunchtime, and you crack open the bento box, and you lift up the lid, and on it you see a bed of rice. And on that bed of rice is like pieces of seaweed kind of like formed into like grass and like bushes kind of situation. It's like a serene meadow. And at the
Does the Game of Thrones theme start playing?
yeah, I mean, it can. Maybe that, maybe the Legend of Zelda music concerning hobbits, whatever, like, whatever fantasy theme you want to be playing through your mind right now. And maybe there's like little little fish cakes that are like formed like stepping stones in a path through the glade. And at the end of the glade, where we have a piece of Baxcalibur tokansu that's fried in the shape of a sword, and it's placed into the rice, and you pull it out, and maybe there's little like puddles of dipping sauce that are like little ponds, like one's soy, you got a little wasabi sauce on one, and you can dip it into different ones to like get that going. And that's my Baxcalibur bento box.
That's incredible.
Yes. Ian.
Why are we told not to play with our food?
Oh, whoa. I was just about to bring up that this meal, encourages playing with your food to a degree.
Well, I think the idea is like if you like play with your food, like you're juggling your like sushi or whatever, you're gonna drop some of it and it's gonna go to waste.
Like we kill kids' creativity. Like we're like eating is serious, and it's like. And I of course I understand, like with a little kid, it's like quit fucking around and eat your goddamn peas so we can move on with the day. Like I get that.
Well, I didn't mean like when they're smaller, like 2 or 3, whatever. They'll like pick something up and just like throw it on the floor and be like, "That's dinner," kind of situation.
Right. But like, there should be like a coming of age where it's like, okay, you're mature enough, you can handle it.
Yeah.
You can make the French fries kiss before you eat them.
Yes. Or you can be like, you can carve the mashed potatoes into a big top circus and go like, and like put little peas as like, lights and stuff on them.
Right. Or like, I don't know, your burger is like climbing the ketchup bottle and like on the end of the toothpick it has like a little
what do you
French
mean
fry.
climbing
It's like,
the are you like, so you're holding the ketchup bottle and the burger's like
right,
up
yeah.
it?
Like burger, imagine the burger.
Okay.
Toothpick in it with a little French fry on it, and then it climbs up the ketchup bottle like.
Oh, it's like King Kong.
Yeah.
Can we like add little like fry legs to it?
Jeremy, go fucking buck wild, my friend. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Two
let your
pickle
creativity. It can be whatever you want it to be, baby. We gotta bring this back. Normalize food play.
Yeah. I mean, we could open a restaurant like this where it's like, you can't eat your soup unless you do the airplane. Like
Now,
the
listen.
waiter has to do the airplane to you.
No, that's terrible.
No, that's a kink thing. We don't want that.
Exactly.
I can't stress enough. I don't want to hear your bullshit at the next table.
So you have to silently play.
Maybe like a little hushed like, oh no, don't.
So you don't want when you're like you want your fries to kiss, but you don't want to hear like, oh, I love you.
Yeah, I don't want to hear like while your like ribs are getting it from behind from the. I don't want that. Okay, you keep that shit to yourself. But
Oh my god.
Okay.
in fact, what if we got little blinders? Like you get your meal and you get like
They put you in a cube.
No, it's like
Like it
those-
descends from the ceiling, and you're like in your food room now.
Think of like those panels that dungeon masters get to
Yes.
like hide their dice. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, so like you order your food, and then they're like, it looks like the waiter's gonna take the menu, but then he like flips it over, and it's like a screen that
Exactly.
goes around you, and it's like no cheating. You can't look at each other's food.
Come up with your own ideas.
Yeah. Then you have to write a book report about it to the ending.
Okay, here's what I'll say. I agree with this once you're old enough to be responsible, like go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
the thing that's going through my mind right now is that there are more foods and meals that are conducive to food play than others. And I think your recipe, Jeremy, is actually very conducive, which I appreciate. Like it's really it awakens a creative, chilled, childlike spirit. Something like a salad is like very difficult to play with. It's not like the same where you can have like, here's my little chicken finger and it's like an action figure and
it looks like a dinosaur.
I've got my sword and I'm pulling it out of the potatoes or whatever it was, rice
bento box,
and I'm dipping it into this sauce before I
Galadriel, the lady of the soy sauce lake.
Exactly. Like a salad is kind of difficult to like do the action figure situation.
I'm gonna hit you with
two salad play scenarios.
Salad play scenarios.
Okay.
One. Yeah, like a big, you get like that salad that has like a piece of like steak on it.
Yeah, uncut steak, just like they put a steak on top, right?
Well, it's it's like a piece, and then you
sliced.
Yeah. You take that clump, and you're like, I've been hunting Moby Dick for years, and it like goes in and out of the
salad,
the waves of the salad. Conversely, maybe like salad's a little more like, I wonder how many slices of lettuce there are here, and you kind of like stack them up.
Boo! That's fucked. That's like those jars of like jelly beans, and like,
you have
guess
to count
the number, and you'll win a free ice cream cone or something. Fuck that.
No,
Just
so
eat
Ben,
the
if
salad,
you guess how
okay?
many leaves of lettuce are in your salad, you get the salad for free.
At that point, it doesn't fucking matter. Just eat it, okay?
Or you could organize the ingredients to make a face.
Yeah. Yeah, you got some onions, maybe a tomato
Tomatoes.
in there.
Yeah.
It's like a woolly willy.
Yes.
I
can
agree with the wave metaphor, but that's like such a specific play. That's like bathtub when you're a kid kind of play where it's like, yeah, I'm here. It's not ideal play conditions because I'm kind of, I'm limited to this one setting.
What?
Right? And it's only interesting to the extent that there's something different besides the salad in the play, right? Like that's the only compelling element.
I can't believe you're shitting on bath time right now.
I'm not shitting on it. I'm saying I'm not shitting on it.
Ready to bring in the food
little
toys
rubber
for
duck.
you to eat dinner?
I'm saying the salad is the same as the bathtub playtime. It's limited.
I disagree. I think it opens up. In fact, it's a delight because it's like most of the playtime takes place on land. Not very often you get to play in the sea. Like air power and land power, but where's the desert power?
Yeah, desert power. What food item can I do desert power with, Ian?
Cinnamon challenge.
Yeah, cinnamon challenge. Or maybe like a kind of like crust for a pie.
Maybe like a really dry scone.
Yeah, just like a really crumbly scone. You
Like
take a
you
bite
just
and you're
choked
like,
to death. Yeah.
Desert power.
But that's part of it.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know. It's like I don't know. Everything has the spice in it, so you can't make that many jokes about that.
Listeners,
It is a good point, though. How much play is too much play for
Well-
your plate?
Oh, so my question is like, are we just drawing the line? We can't throw the food. That's like we
can't-
crossed the line. Foul.
Here's my real thing. You can't do anything with your food that disrupts anyone else.
Okay, interesting.
Right.
Like, I don't care if you shove the potato up your ass. Don't do it where I see it. Like, and so what I'm gonna say.
Shower potato.
What I'm gonna say is maybe the play stays at home, because if I am a waiter making $2 an hour betting on tips and I have to watch your ass play with like the fucking I don't know, name food item here.
Steak
Spaghetti.
tartare.
Yeah, like it's like this son of a bitch sent it back because it was undercooked and now they're playing with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to turn this table over.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just
Yeah.
like live my
Well,
normal life.
what I'm saying is, if you're at the food play restaurant, you're not turning table overs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, no.
you rent that out for the night.
It's
You're
a
there for
reservation.
4 hours. Yes.
Yeah.
Food play night.
Yeah.
That's great if it's designated.
And
Otherwise,
gratuity is always included with the check at that point.
I don't
Right.
want to. I'm not trying to food shame anybody, but I am gonna food shame you a little bit. Please keep it at home.
Please keep it at home. That's fair. I think you take on your own risk in that situation, which is appropriate. I also agree that once you start to get other people involved, it's less of a food play and more like food fight territory, which food fight, even though it's also another taboo of the food experience, I think it's wrong. Like, do not go food fight.
I think if you just have a rule where if you're playing with other people, the food doesn't leave your hand, you're safe.
Yeah.
Like if my Uncrustable wants to kiss your Uncrustable, that's fine, but they aren't like flying towards each other.
Do we have to like sign an agreement with our neighbor?
I think it's just like an inspo. Like if you throw the food, we just ostracize the shit out of you.
I think if you like throw the food, like the waiter gets to like pull a big lever and like a trap door opens beneath your chair and you
get
fall
sent to
into
the
it.
kids' table.
Yeah.
Where you belong.
Where you belong. Okay, well that's my recipe this week.
Okay.
So let's review all of our recipes. From Ben, we have Baxcalibur barbecue. From
excuse you.
What?
Baby Baxcalibur ribs.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Baby Baxcalibur ribs. Baxcalibur barbecue is also good though.
Sure.
Okay. From Ian, we have Baxcalibur French dip with kaiju sauce, and from me, we have Baxcalibur bento box. So everyone, please vote. I think I know who's going to win, but we'll see.
That's what you'd think, Jeremy. You'd think you know what's going on your own fucking
So who won, Ben?
podcast. But you don't.
I don't? Who won?
Okay? You don't know what's going on because it's a 3-way tie.
What? That's crazy.
It's a 3-way tie. I voted for Jeremy.
Oh, I voted for Ben.
I voted for Ian.
Wow.
Can I just say, the first thing I thought of was Baxcalibur burger.
Oh.
I mean,
And then I was like,
it's already there.
And then I was like, someone's going to take that. I got to.
I mean, if we had the fourth person tonight, Evan might have said Baxcalibur burger.
If you've been following along with I Choose You Bingo, go ahead and check off the Baxcalibur burger square that you have on your bingo card. You can redeem it at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
For all of the possible recipes that we could have named during this episode.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
That is a good one. I would have probably voted for that one.
Yeah.
If it involved as much play as the bento box.
Who put angry signs on the emojis in the chat?
What are you?
They added reacts
Fucking
to the comments to our chat.
Wow.
All right. Well, let's pick next week's Pokemon in a section I like to call Pick-a-mon. Now, normally I ask Evan to generate a number between 906 and 1,000. But Ben, do you want to do that? Do you have time?
Ooh, I'm
Or vamp.
923.
923 says Davis, and that gets me 2. Did we do this one already? Pawmot? Did we do Pawmot?
Yes, we did.
Okay, give me another
936.
926?
36.
36, you say. 936. Oh, this one is Amarouge, the evolution of Charcadet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember that. It's like a fire type.
Yeah, and it looks like a guy.
It looks like a guy, like kind of like a motorcycle guy or something.
Yeah, well, no, it's like a train or something.
A train.
Yes.
Okay.
Armor Rouge. Okay, that makes sense. It's like a sword train. What if a train was made out of swords, Ben?
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
God, I believe in God because of that.
I think a lot of people at the Ren Fair would really, really like that.
Should we allow trains at the Ren Fair?
No.
Well, there was an artist booth that had worms with hats on it. They were selling worms with hats, and they did have a model train.
It's true.
That's why I didn't buy a worm.
I think if you had to draw a Venn diagram between, like, population-wise, the people who love swords and the people who love trains, like, that's
Perfect
a near
circle.
perfect circle.
Absolutely.
Excellent. All right. Well, send in your Armor Rouge recipes to ichoosepod@gmail.com, ICHEWSPOD@gmail.com. Now it's time for... Yes?
Are we going to put the question of this week's winner to the people in
Yes.
the Discord, Or are we gonna have Evan come?
I'll put it to the people. Power to the people.
Okay.
Vote in the Discord for who you think the winner mon is. Armor Rouge, next week's Pokemon. Now let's go to the plugging round. Where can we find you on the internet, Ben?
You can find me on the internet at Ben C. Montoya on Instagram or at thefearandnow.tumblr.com.
Ian.
You can find me at Musician Davis on Instagram, and you should also check out my new project called Neon Billy. We're like an Americana country folk trio, and you can find us at Neon Billy Band on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
All right.
You watch Evan's short film, Overkill, on YouTube via Mesa Studios. You can look up Overkill and Mesa Studios and find it on the YouTube channel for free.
Whoa, holy shit. You can follow me at Velocity Prime 1 on Blue Sky, Velocity Prime No 1 on Tumblr, the-avocado.org, which is cool. Jeremy Zielik at the-avocado.org. And last but not least, check out the Santa Fe Society and Foundation for Speculative Fiction. Email us at speculativesf@gmail.com, and you can join up our group. I send you free stories, and it's great, and everyone loves it, and it's the greatest book club of all time. The Santa Fe Society and Foundation for Speculative Fiction. All right, that wraps up the show. Let me tell you a little bit about I Choose You. You can find us on your favorite podcasting apps, including Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, Spotify, or your podcast catcher of choice. If you like our show, make sure to give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify to help us go up the ranks. If you want more I Choose You goodness, check out our official social media pages, I Choose Pod on Blue Sky, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Threads, Tumblr, and Facebook. If you want to be a part of the I Choose You community, join the Discord. Links are available in the episode description. Submit recipes, hang out with fellow Choosies, and participate in community events, all on the I Choose You Discord. Last but not least, head over to the official website, ichooseyou.menu. ichooseyou.menu has a full episode archive and merch store for your perusal. That's ichooseyou.menu. And that's been the show, and I've been your host and Alton Brown of the group, Jeremy Zielik.
I've been your friend on this show, Ben Montoya.
I've been your Tomoyuki Tanaka, Ian Davis.
And to all the choosies out there in Radio Land, in a while, Totodile.
So you wanna cook and eat all good?
Pokemon,
Are you ready for some recipes?
lots of puns.
I wanna eat the ultimate snack, find the flavors that are bold.
I choose you.
To taste them all with no regret, as a prophecy foretold. I wanna eat with Jeremy, Ben, Evan, and Ian too.
I choose you.
Learn to cook and crack some cans.
Use the podcast in your hands.
You gotta eat in this Pokemon world. I choose you, the greatest podcast of them all. We gotta eat in this Pokemon world. Put your dish to the test, tastes better than all the rest.
One dish, two dish, red dish, blue dish. Ready for an icy wrap?
Let's do this.
If your soup is missing something, no sweat, my flamingo. You just sprinkle in a little bit of sprigatito. And if your plate is looking sad and done sparse, just tear up some tarantula. It isn't that harsh. Vroom, vroom, there's a rubber room for all your baddies as we drive to these Pokemon tubes. I scream tail as these iron hands come over me. Those iron juggalists, exactly what I like to see. Slithering, lay back, Excalibur by the pool. And crack a bottle, let your body waddle. Don't be a sleep title, just hit the lotto. Cause this podcast is gold, it's as hot as a capsicum too. So let's kick back, cans crack, for I choose you.
You gotta eat in this Pokemon world. I choose you, the greatest podcast of them all.